You've decided you're going to go on that road trip you've been meaning to do for ages.
Road trip! Great road trip, baby!
The trip just got crazy!
And you're ready to capture some sweet footage with the Insta360 One R. But here's the problem. How can you access all of the sweet functions of your camera, like recording a video, especially when you're on your own? It's pretty much impossible to do this unless you try yelling at your camera to try to activate voice commands, which is tricky at the best of times without even thinking about all the noises your car is making. And it's a really bad idea for you to be using your app while driving, right? Taking great footage and staying safe with your eyes on the road often don't go hand in hand. You have to do one or the other. So, what do you do? Well, Insta360 might just have come up with a pretty good solution, and it's at a sweet price of only $40 US dollars, and it's now available on the Insta360 website. Introducing the new ROADIE remote. And the good folks at Insta360 have sent me one to try, so stay tuned for my test and review coming up right now. Oh, and I'll be catching up with some of the comments in this video which you've been writing to me, which I haven't had time to respond to. So keep watching to see if I answer your comment. And I'll also drop a little hint about the ROADIE for all you One X2 users too. So let's go. Okay, once we get into the box, we can see the actual ROADIE remote, and to me, it kind of looks like a giant simplified smartwatch that straps onto your steering wheel to enable you to control some basic but commonly used functions on your Insta360 One R. The ROADIE remote feels solid, and there's good button travel when you click on them. There's a solid click, so you definitely know you've pressed the button. There's no doubt about that. The fastening system with a simple rubber belt and buckle looks good and seems solid enough to use in your car or other vehicle. I did think about testing this on my motorbike, but to be honest, I wasn't confident enough that it would stay fastened over bumps or with the vibration I'd get with that strap to the handle grip of my bike. So I didn't try that personally, and with the lack of any fail-safe strap or buckle to keep the ROADIE in place, I probably wouldn't recommend you try that either. It's just not designed for that purpose. Of course, you could probably rig something up to keep it in place if that's the sort of thing you'd like to do. The ROADIE remote operates using a simple replaceable battery, a widely available CR2032 battery. And Insta360 reckons you can get 6 months out of just one battery, assuming 100 presses a day. So this one battery will probably last me forever. Seriously though, it's a refreshing change to see a standalone cheap battery solution. I've already got enough devices to charge via different forms of USB. If this thing just works without me having to do that, it simplifies my life and gets a big tick from me. Oh, and there was one battery ready for me in the packaging, so assume that this is a standard thing for the retail package too. So once you've mounted your ROADIE remote to your steering wheel, which you can see is a pretty simple thing to do using that fastening mechanism, the next thing to do is to connect the ROADIE remote to the camera, which is done via Bluetooth, of course. So turn on your camera, head to the shortcut menu, select settings, and then Bluetooth remote. Now select the ROADIE remote, which is labeled YLFK, to pair it with your device, and you're done. But if you have any idea why this is called YLFK, leave me a comment below because I have no idea whatsoever. Alright, you've got your ROADIE set up. All you need now is to set up your camera in your car. Today I'm going to be using this Ulanzi metal quick release bracket for the car. That should do the job nicely. Let me run you through the 5 options available before I test them out, and you can check out the output for yourself. Remember to turn your camera on first though if you're trying this at home or in your car. First up, just here on the top left, you press this button to enter video mode and start recording, and press it again to stop recording. Simples. Next we have something called loop video. You press it once to start recording a loop video and then press it again to stop. Third, this button right here is for recording a time shift or hyperlapse video. Press once to start and once again to stop. You're spotting a formula here, and to take a photo simply press this button right here. Now this middle button here is only going to work if you have the 360 module attached to your One R, because it enables multi-view. You can press that once to enable it and press it once again to turn it off. Now I reckon that's going to take a bit of experimentation to see how it works for you, but that's all good. So simple functionality for your road trip right here in the Roadie remote. Let's check out some footage to see how it all stacks up. It's working pretty well so far. We'll check the footage when I stop. Just so you know, the video loop option worked just fine, it's just I didn't include it here. Didn't seem to be a lot of point because it doesn't really seem to do anything above just triggering a video and stopping it again. So we'll do a little bit of a test here with multicam mode on, and we'll see how this works as a little bit of a vlogging device. So we've got an electric vehicle. This is a Nissan Leaf that we're driving in, so there shouldn't be too much vehicle noise, but you might hear a little bit of road noise. And I'm driving here on the south coast of Wellington, and I activated, as I explained earlier, just pressing one button to start the video going, and then another button to start multicam going as well. And the screen is just faded out now on my One R, but I can see that the red light is flashing, which is telling me that it's continuing to record. So it's actually really good to have just this little device here, just by my thumb, and I can start and stop the video here without any real change in my attention, whilst I'm looking around and checking traffic behind me and in front of me and getting a little bit of a view as well. I wonder how this sounds as a vlogging solution for you. So that's the footage and how the Roadie remote works. What did you think? Before I round up with my overall thoughts about the Roadie remote, let me just catch up with a few recent comments of yours about some of my Insta360 videos I have made recently. I've just been so busy, but here's your time to shine. All right, let's see. Rob's Beer Talk. I have the original Go, but it won't hold a charge. Yeah, I guess they're getting pretty old now, and it kind of depends upon how much you've been using it, but I'm not sure what you could do about that. Contact Insta360, they might offer to sell you one at a discount. I don't know. Check them out. Martin Redding, Marty Snyder, Peter Nichols. This is an old update. All of you say the similar thing. This is old news. What are you doing? For a few hours I thought you were going to announce something new. Yeah, I know. My last video was about the Insta360 Go 2 firmware update. It happened about 4 weeks ago. I've been super busy, and I did label, and I said in the first 10 seconds, this is about this update. So sorry if that was disappointing, but you know, there's a ton of people out there who perhaps didn't know about it or need a little bit of a walkthrough. Seems to have been quite popular. Didn't work for you. Keld Mickelson, you say there's still no interval recording for the Go 2 and you are disappointed. Do you know what? Me too. It's one of the best features of the original Go. Insta360, bring back interval recording. Everybody loves it. You should just have that working. Nithin Gowda, you need to look at my videos a little bit more. Have a look at the catalog, because you say which is good, Insta360 One R or X2, which is the best in both of this. I've got a direct comparison video. You can find that on my channel. Have a look, Nithin. Claudine Amoto, thank you, love your videos. I'm currently waiting to receive the Go 2 in the next few days and will use it for my moto vlog channel. Do you know what? This Roadie remote might be useful for you, but you might need to kind of like figure out how to keep it on your bike. But yeah, have a check, see what you think about this, and then see if you can rig something up for your motorbike too. Let's see, what else is there? Sub, just subbed. Amandu. Quick question, do you know how to adjust the footage in the desktop studio like we can on the phone with the long hold on the screen like you mentioned in 0207? Oh, this is on the motion time lapse. I don't think you can do that on the desktop studio, but I'm not an expert on the desktop studio, so It's just kind of a guess on my part, I think. And the last one for this little round here, Peter Nichols again. You don't like my video where I've got the Insta360 Go 2 on the end of a knife compared with an Osmo Pocket. You think they're two different animals, and you go into great detail about why they shouldn't be compared with each other. It was just a bit of fun. You suggest that actually I should magnetically fix it to a crowbar, the Go 2, to actually get a meaningful comparison. Do you know what? You make that video. I'd love to watch it. Do keep those comments coming in. I love seeing them and hearing what you're up to. Sometimes it's hard for me to actually respond in text all the time, particularly as I've got a lot on at the moment, but I do my best, and I'll try and do this kind of video thing every now and again too, if you like it. So my overall thoughts of the Roadie remote is that this is actually a great little solution. It's simple, well designed, robust, not too many options, which is a good thing, and it just works. The one thing that might have been cool would be to add some kind of remapping function to one of the buttons so you could assign some other function to it. But actually, I couldn't really think of any function I'd need to trigger while driving in my car. If you can think of any, drop me a comment below. So I would definitely recommend it, and it's pretty cheap at $40 bucks too. And here's the great news. In a promo photo that I've seen, it showed the Roadie remote being used with a One X2. Now, I don't know if it's just a photo thing, but maybe, just maybe, there's a chance that the Roadie remote can be used with the One X2 once Insta360 gets around to updating the firmware. We shall see. Share this video, like it, and subscribe for me. I'm Saab Johal. Thanks for watching, and laters in it. Bye now.